Looks like it's getting tense between Shaq and Tanya literally said that Shaq reminds him of her ex and that she's getting the ick. So is it over for these two, or will these two be able to patch things up? Hey guys, it's Rob Ronnie. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Back at it again with another review. If you haven't subscribed, guys, click that button. It is daily and consistent content. Inject it, hook it into my damn veins, and let's get straight into this video where we are seeing, you know, some of the OG couples causing some tense. The fact that Olivia was in the bottom three was calming to me. It was pleasing to me because I feel like it needed to happen just to give her a wake-up call. But the fact that people don't like her and Olivia, the fact that Casey and Claudia, who have barely been in there for a week, are more favored than two individuals who have been OGs in the villa from day one is going to be worrying for both Kai and Olivia. So both of them should really count their days. Casa Amor has been announced, guys, and I don't know about you guys, but this is probably the first Casa Amor teaser that was randomly dropped to us that I wasn't actually surprised about. Like, I wasn't really like, oh my god, Casa Amor, like, whoa, what's gonna, like, I'm not really surprised by it or excited by it, to be honest with you. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I feel like, you know, a few couples will get torn apart and we'll just see what happens. When it comes to Shaq and Tanya, the fact that the only drama really is the dishes and that Ron and etc, and that's been dragged over for today and that's still being spoken about speaks volumes. Shaq and Ron, of course, kind of saw the issues out, they spoke about it, but of course Lana was irritated. Now, I have a feeling that Tanya speaking to the other girls when they went away to kind of, you know, give them an update was kind of pleasing to them because, you know, they were one of the strongest couples in the villa from their day one. So, of course, the other couples see them as competition and a threat. So maybe that might be pleasing to them. And it was very quick for, like, Claudia, for example, or for the girls to run around and spread the gossip about what's going on with their coupling. So it seems that people are excited about that. I feel like because that eliminates that competition and that puts Will and Jesse beelining for the #1 poll because they've been absolutely fine since they've got together. But we'll just see if Casa Amor does anything. I don't see Will really turning heads. I feel like I see him being distracted by girls, but I don't see him turning heads. When it comes to Jessie, I really don't see her turning heads as well because she's played this game before, guys, and she knows that if she plays, she's going to obviously, you know, become the villain in a bad way, and you want to be either returning to your main person as a strong couple or be a Casa Amor victim. And it looks like, I feel like Olivia might just be, I don't know what Olivia's going to do, to be honest with you, because I feel like her and Kai, from our presumption, don't really look that close. Now, when it comes to Shaq and Tanya, which is the main bulk of the episode, you know, a few little warning signs when Shaq was like, don't ever talk to me like that again. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, why are you like, I don't like that. And the fact that she's like, I don't know what else to say, and he's like, well, you want to sit here until we do. But, you know, these are obviously worrying signs for Tanya. And then for Shaq to be told via Tanya that you remind me of your ex, or I'm seeing signs, that's going to turn off Shaq as well. So both of them are not really in good places right now. They're both in hot waters, but I feel like these two will come back together again. I don't see these two splitting at all. They both said they love each other as well. They both, again, wanted to have some kind of recommunication at the end of the episode. They wanted to still try and solve the issues and were attempting to do so. So yes, these are warning signs, and, you know, I don't really see them lasting on the outside if these conversations happen like this. But at the same time, I also don't see that these two will break up permanently in the villa. I don't see that. I feel like these two will come back together again. But of course, a lot of people are not liking the way Shaq is speaking to Tanya. They also don't like the fact that he goes around and speaks to the other girls and wants to be involved in the mix-up and everything going on. And, you know, they don't like the fact that he does that. He also is somebody who, I feel, wears his emotions on his sleeve. And when you do that, your emotions can cloud your judgment. And I feel like Tanya can really see that. I feel like the way Tanya was looking at him, she's like, I'm kind of over it. Like, she felt very disinterested by him in that conversation, and she's just like, why are you dragging this to be something that it's not? Nobody was telling you off or looking down upon you or scolding you. They just didn't like your reaction to it, and that's how he feels. So, you know, he could be carrying some situations into this relationship, and, you know, Tanya is seeing amber flags, as she said, not red at this moment, but she obviously is quite worried. But, you know, this isn't the first time they've bumped heads, and we'll just see if they continue to bump heads as this competition goes down the line. Ellie and Jordan being dumped, not really surprised. I feel like Jordan being dumped is well deserved. For the fact that you saved Ellie only for her to go in 24 hours is absolutely ridiculous. Like, what purpose were you to be in that villa? It didn't make any sense. I feel like the day she went in there, nothing really happened. No impact, you know, talking about carnage, but what carnage, you know, did you actually serve? The only carnage were the dresses that you were actually wearing. They didn't really make any sense to me. So, you know, I don't know what she was doing. I don't think she even served her purpose in the villa because she had no purpose. And Jordan, I feel like we didn't see much of him, and he obviously was quite bland. So these two leaving, had Jordan saved Tanya, I feel like it would have been different, and he would have actually maintained himself in the villa due to Tanya's popularity in the show. So, you know, Sorry, this chair is creaky. So I feel like he would have stayed had he actually chosen it and they were a friendship couple, because people really don't like Ellie anyways, because she also doesn't have anything else going on in the villa. So I'm not surprised by these two being dumped, but I feel like Olivia didn't expect herself to be in the bottom two, and I feel like she might change her ways and we'll just see what happens. But, you know, I do see her reaching the finale because I feel like she's just the producer's favorite. That's just what I see. I see her, you know, reaching the finale. Tom and Sammy were saved. I feel like that was going to happen because Tom's going to get his head swayed in Casa, and then Sammy will come back alone or something like that. And I feel like Olivia will probably be also a Casa Amor victim. I feel like Shaq and Tanya will probably, they might bring back somebody each, but then they will come back together again, seeing what they miss. And when it comes to Lana and Ron, I don't know, you know, I feel like Ron might get his head swayed again. Alana will still be the damsel in distress running to him regardless. And then we have Will and Jesse, and I feel like if Will and Jesse come back together post Casa and remain loyal to each other, then I genuinely feel like they will win the show, because people will love that moment. It'll be emotional. People like Will already. He's very giddy and honest with the way he is, so I feel like they will definitely like him. Anyways, this is my shortest review of this season because I really don't have anything else much to say. I wanted to just get it out very quickly, but let me know your comments and what your thoughts are on the Shaq and Tanya situation. Whose side are you on, if you are on a side, or do you think that they're both in the wrong? Do you think Shaq was doing too much with "don't talk to me like this" and stuff like that, or do you think that Tanya is completely over this because she said that she got the ick, and the fact that she reminds me of an ex? Two big things that she said today in this episode, but they both expressed their love for each other, and I'm kind of holding on to that because you don't really do that if you actually like somebody. They love each other, so I feel like they might just say things, but as long as they work through it, and I feel like they deserve to work through it because they've been there in OGs, but also at the same time, I feel like Shaq is showing signs that she just does not like, and if she doesn't like it, then really and truly, this ain't gonna work. And Will and Jesse are going to beeline, and Jesse's going to win that. And when Jesse wins, the way she's going to go back to Australia, one-way ticket to Sydney, Melbourne, and will never be seen again, child. I just don't see how Will and Jesse are going to work. It doesn't make any sense. They live on the opposite ends. It's very difficult for you to move, like, you know, randomly. But, you know, we'll just see what happens, or maybe they'll just live happily on Will's farm. But, you know, that just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't make any sense to me. Let me know your thoughts are when it comes to this quick review. Let me know your thoughts are on these couples. What are your thoughts on Casa Amor as well? Are you guys excited for it? Are you guys here for this? I just don't understand why they would remove Zara and Tanya, some of the biggest personalities, because they could have caused absolute carnage and ruckus for Casa Amor. That is what you need big personalities for the Casa Amor asset. Casa Amor and big personalities go hand in hand together to create iconic moments. That's what you need. That's what you want. So for the producers to remove them, and yes, the producers can keep people in if they want to, guys. They produce a show. They've done it before many times. You know, the idea of them kicking out Maura early on would make no sense. They know the potential she has, so they kept her on. But, you know, that's what you kind of need for Casa. So we'll just see what that does. But honestly, this is probably the first season where I'm seeing Casa teasers and I'm not excited for it. And I also feel like it's coming way too soon. But then this show ends in mid-March. I haven't checked the ratings for the last couple of days. I don't think they've been revealed yet. Don't think they've been revealed yet, but that they haven't revealed the Casa rating, the rating search. I think this ends in mid-March, so there's still a while to go, still over a month to go for the season to see how it progresses. But we'll just see, because from the reaction of people online, they're not really feeling it. And yeah, we'll just see what happens, guys. Let me know your thoughts are. Subscribe channel, click that button, daily and consistent content, and I'll catch you guys soon for another Love Island review.